Welcome back. End of the day update on the Morbark 2355 chipper here. Flail action. This thing, we're working. We're getting there. The hoses these are all done. Got one messed up hole right. This is all done. These two are for your conveyor, forward, reverse. That's what this is for right here. These hoses here, lift cylinders to bring that out, and then these hoses here are for the cylinder, the telescoping cylinder that pushes it out, extends it out. So those there obviously are not done yet. But this is fitting here. Yes, that's a problem. But we'll fix that tomorrow. That look different, but it's just an optical illusion, I think, right? Same size, different size. Same size, optical illusion. So, fuel line, new fuel line. You want to see how much hosing we've done. We've replaced that much in the last 2 days. We've ripped off all this suction line today, and all that is what we haven't made yet. All these green ones here, all them go to your spout. So they'll go to that cylinder, that turn motor, that cylinder that goes there, and then the cylinder that goes right here in between these two. So that'll go there. That's wrapped for your air conditioning heater lines. Brand new filter. Mitchell took care of that. Cab stop blocks. That one goes. Your short one right there. That goes there. So it's coming along, but it's been work. Them are the two suction lines or the drain lines for your clutch. That's your suction line there for your clutch, the wet clutch here. So we gotta change those out yet. But look at the inside of here. She's vacant, empty. So we have one thing we need to change too is that 1.25 inch line there, and then those three there, and then that'll be all done. And then we gotta hook up all those back up. All marked, all labeled. Get that done. We'll start making hoses in the morning for that. Yeah. But these are all those hoses there. So got those changed out. Once we get that section done, then we'll start ripping into this little bit here. Get that changed out. That's new fuel line coming up here. This is a new line here. All the suction lines tore off. Those are always fine. And then I was thinking probably better change all our fuel lines. That'll be something to do too, just to make sure. Those are all new return lines. But yeah, all those fuel lines. Might as well change them while it's here to make sure. I don't want fuel leaking all over. Oil's drained. We have the oil filters. We now have the fuel filters, so we can put fuel filters on it, get that done. But as you can tell, she's vacant up here. That's because the suction lines are gone. They're all right here, but we gotta change all these yet. One of them things where they don't look that bad, but do you change them now, or do you put it all back together, get it out to the woods, and then one way down in the bottom down there is leaking a little bit, and then blows out. And by then, you'll have all your suction lines on here and all in your way, and your cover on it. So I'm thinking, change them right now or right here. It's real easy to change. I mean, not easy to change, but it's easier to change now than it'll ever be. So kind of what we're thinking there. You got your new lines going in, your drains going out. All these have to get made. So yeah, a lot of hose. A lot of hose. A lot of work to be done yet. There's hundreds of foot of hose there. So got all these filters changed. All them lines are all changed. Everything on that's new that's not on there. So that's done. New clutch filter. I still need to change the lines for that. And then over here, you can kind of tell she's torn apart. So a lot of marking. But yeah, those are the 3/4 lines that we just seen in there, and the 1/2 inch pilot PSI. So yeah, it's coming together, but it's a lot of work. There was a Webasto heater on here. We got to put that on here yet, but all the lines are made for your flail drums. Those aren't on here yet because we're saving those. Radiator. You done for the day, Billy?
I should have just ruined your video.
We have a radiator here. That's the cooler for that. So that has to get set on there. But all them lines that go from there, run through that piece of steel, they all run through here and all back to there. So we don't want to put that on there till we have those lines running. We ain't running those lines till we get that back piece fixed. So otherwise these would all be in our way. You know what I mean? If we had all these running through here, we're working right here, they'd all be hanging right here. Right here in our way, they'd be hanging. So it's easier. We won't do that until later. So yeah, new filters in there, new filters in the tank. Still got to run those 2 lines there and that line there. But chipper update, heater lines. So it's coming along. This is all done back here. Look up there in the cab. Oh yeah. That's almost all done. So everything's done that's in the machine. So once you put our yoke in there, we can wire that in and then put the boom on. So it's coming along. It's gonna get there, but it's getting exhausting because once we get this section done here tomorrow, hopefully we can get this done tomorrow and then keep going. We're on the downhill slope, but still have to make all those. There's a lot of holes there. So, but they're all marked, all labeled. It's been a long day. So, still gotta do that rat's nest. But it's coming along. Another week will be real interesting to look at it because I think another week have everything goes smooth. We'll be into it pretty good another week, putting the cab on it. Still got some. We're talking to Brian. Still probably have some electrical issues to work out. He noticed some wires off in the clutch, stuff like that. So that'll be more work. But anywho, that fuel line was not pretty. This one right here, that 3/4 inch line right there, that one that I pulled out of there. I mean, it was just, the whole thing looked like that. I don't know what the inside looks like, but I guarantee it's not pretty. But when it looks like that on the outside, you know it's not pretty on the inside. So glad to have that changed. It was about 2 feet too long too. So shortening hoses, rerouting hoses, trying to get everything so that it works better. You know what I mean? I'll show you for instance. You want to see it for instance? This is the stuff we're trying to fix right here. You have a 1/2 inch line. See it right here. It goes through, goes up under there, loops around through here, loops around through there, and then goes through. So you got about 3 foot too much hose there. So that needs to be changed because it goes from here up and around and then dangles. So fixing stuff like that doesn't need to be there. You know what I mean? Just a little simple stuff, nothing major, but putting all them back together. Brian worked for Morbert for a long time, and he's starting to figure it out. And his thing was, why do we have all in the same length? Why are we at an angle so they're easier to put on staggered? You know what I mean? Stagger that business. Straight up and down is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. You know what I mean? Stagger that business.
Good night, boss.
You too. We'll see you. So, just look at the drill. Should be good. Thanks for watching, everybody. We just got messes everywhere. Remember all the clamps off the suction lines. Just keep rolling.